I want a world where no one alive can remember what the word war means. A world free of violence and injustice, where everyone is equal. All healthy women say the same thing. All the problems of the world are due to men. But why doesn't it happen? 7,000 years ago, men chose to worship money and power over. This is why no political system works. No political system, because the value system is money and power over. This is our God. The God of the West, the God of the East.
At the moment, yeah.
Well, for 7,000 years. Long time. So, this behavior is unusual in a man. Maybe that's why you interview me. But it's just normal woman. Everywhere. I had a great mother. My mother made my brother and we both worked together all of our lives. We still work together. He's 65, I'm 64. We work for love because of our mother. Our mother showed us the miracle of being nice, of being kind, of being generous as a way of life. This did not make me political until I grew up and realized that her world was not the world. My father was a military man, professional. He died as a soldier. I became a war orphan at the age of 16. No, much earlier. And so, Korea. And we moved back to the United States, to the South in 1961, which was in a great battle for civil rights for our black people who had no rights. And so I was beaten up every day my last 2 years in high school. And then I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to live in a world of violence and injustice. So 3 times in 1 year, I was hospitalized for this desire to die. And then, who knows, lightning hits me and says, "Stupid, you don't kill yourself, you make revolution." So at the age of 18, I began a revolution for loving, and it was easy to do because my mother gave me self-esteem. You understand self-esteem?
Yes,
She made me know, if I decide something, I can do it.
So you do it.
For 46 years.
And
no breaks.
Many things. People who make
But you know, they avoid my theories, really.
What is something?
Let me explain to you. Clowning in a hospital is like this one hair on my head.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
The idea is to end market capitalism.
Yes.
The idea, why clown in a hospital? Because hospitals are horrible places. No one likes being in a hospital. Hierarchy, where the doctor can be rude and arrogant and treat the nurse badly and everybody else badly. A hospital is serious, technological. No medical school in the world teaches compassion. And when I was a medical student, I see. But long before I go to medical school, I see a world that is serious. At 18, when I decided to make this love revolution, I started to clown everywhere, not think hospital or nursing home, because the adult world was serious. The adult world was oppressed by this global idea that money and power over are God. And so, when I go to medical school, I start a hospital that is free, that is equal, everybody is equal, that you have a lot of time with patients, that you live with the patients, you have lots of art. These were the ideas I was working on, not clowning in the hospital.
Yes, I know.
This is just a taste. But a movie comes along, movie, and a movie wants to sell tickets. So love doesn't sell tickets, peace doesn't sell tickets, justice doesn't sell tickets. Two things sell tickets: violence and funny. So they shrink Patch, shrink him, you know, shrink. They make him very small into funny doctor.
Yes.
And so then people see the movie and they go, Patch, funny doctor. Not doctor who wants to end capitalism, not doctor who wants the world to be loving. And even the people who look at the film and become clowns in hospital, they don't even think, maybe I should clown on the street. Well, if you let what I'm saying in this interview, then you came here because of the movie, and I can say things that are important.
But I know I feel.
But see, the way I dress is part of the message.
Yes.
To put joy in the public space. Also, wherever I see violence in public, I change into my clown character and it stops the violence.
Revolutionary.
And it is to connect people. If I look this way and not your way, I am here with three groups. Our own group, Gesundheit Institute, which is about free medicine and joyful medicine and non-hierarchical medicine and medicine as a joyful celebration. I'm here also as part of Clown One Italia, which,
Training of other people.
well, Clown One Italia does training of other people, and different than formal training, certificate training of clowning. It is about spirit of being a loving person. Clown One Italia also does clown trips in Italy and does workshops to help people become love revolutionary. And the third group, I am here with the School for Designing a Society, which is a romantic idea that we can teach people to be revolutionaries for loving change, to move away from market capitalism to a world of compassion and generosity. I actually don't have any pain for me. I have pain for humanity. Today, 30,000 children will die of starvation. And tomorrow, and this is not interesting, football is interesting. Hair is interesting. Shoes are interesting. But hungry children, not interesting. 20 to 50 million men a day, each day have sex with a child. This is not interesting. Dirty air, dirty water, destroyed environment. This is not interesting. And I do not focus on the pain of this, to go, oh God, this is terrible. I want to say, how can it change? How can it change? I live in paradise with my friends, doing work for love. I live in a planet that for me is paradise. But I am aware that if we don't change to a loving world, there is no hope for human survival. I'm 64, so I'm on the dessert phase of life, where for the rest of my life it's like dessert, ice cream, nice tart. But for your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, I see no life unless we change. And it mostly doesn't sit as pain because that takes your energy. It is stimulus. Feel the pain, it's horrible. Don't hold the pain. Go, it is painful, let's get to work. Let's get to work joyfully to change it. It is no secret. Women, for all of history, have been doing what we need. All the problems of the world are due to men. You can't name one problem in history due to women. No matter how bad men behave with their wars and their greed and their nasty acts, no matter how badly they behave, the women are raising the children. And so we only have to act like, did you have a sweet mother?
Yes.
We only need to act like your mother. Did you have a sweet grandmother?
Yes.
We only need to act like you. So it's not big thing, Jesus must come, Patch Adams must come. This is crap. Mama. All we need is mama. What mama brings with her. Does everybody have food? Would you like some more food? Look, your hair, let's brush your hair a little bit. Your clothes, they need to be cleaned. Let's go next door and help the family next door. Normal grandmother. We need grandmother revolution. Well, I live it and invite the people watching this show to live this dream. Hear me, there is no hope for human survival if we don't change to a loving world. There's no hope for rich people in the future. No hope for anybody if we don't make a world whose values are compassion and generosity.